Hai cani. hello guys, welcome to my panel. It's a little bit wobbly right now, but basically what I have right here is a little open setup. What is actually a laser projector, very bare bones. So like I'll be able to explain to you guys what exactly this technology is, and exactly how it works, and maybe you guys can learn something from it, or maybe some of you guys that actually want to get into this laser, they can actually get a better understanding of what they should do and what they should get. And other than that, people can line up for some questions. If you want to ask questions at a different time of your email or your information, you can just go out and ask. And I'll try my best to answer them. So I'll just, kind of explain all the way through how this works. So basically what a laser projector is actually, it's more like a vector projector, so to speak. What we have is, right here we have two power supplies, one for the red laser, and one for a scanner, which is, the scanner basically is, you can actually get a camera up here. I'm going to get the camera here, and aim it at it, and you can actually see that it's like two mirrors. Like you can actually plug this thing, because they're now energized. Now I can move them with my hands. They're actually small mirrors, so you can see that they move. When you touch them, these mirrors are very precise galvanometers, and when you give them a signal, they'll start to go to that position. And they can do that so fast that they can scan a solid image. So if I turn on the power right now, they will start stepping in their place, or whatever it is. And then when I turn on the graphic on them, here's a graphic or something. Work. Try that out. Keep high, only in red. This is a really simple laser here. You can just literally just scan images like you can. I can actually slow it down so you can actually see what it's doing. I can also speed it up to a certain degree. You can start shrinking down to that. So this is actually how it works. Like I have it's a really small screen here, but what I have here is a drawing tool which allows me to place points. Like I can actually just draw some squares, circles, whatever I want to, and I can actually also draw in the form of a polygon here. So when I load in an image, I can just move all these points all around to change the way the image is going to turn out. So what I usually do is I go and open a background image that, for example, is either sketched in some form of paint to the side or whatever, and then I'll start tracing it over, and then I optimize it for laser display, so I can actually hopefully show something here that's going to work out well. Let me see. Let me see what do I have. No, sadly, no, that's not that. Yeah, this is my secondary laptop, so. Whatever, young cat, whatever. And then you basically start drawing a sequence of images, and after that you import it in software, and you get an entire show, or you just place some points, and you just literally make an entire show with this. And there's like hundreds of methods of making these kind of images to us. We can use flash animation, which is pretty new, so it's like extremely new because it doesn't really work so well. It crashes a lot, and that's pretty sad. That's how it goes in this industry. A lot of crashes. So, like for instance, I can actually load something up, I guess. Like I'll load this program up right here. It loads. It does. Wow. And I'll open this flash demo I made, which I will show for now. You want to mix them? That's okay. So I made a little demo in Flash, which I couldn't get the show set on, but I started working with actual rays lately, where for example this is a ray with Rainbow Dash, and she speaks a lot. She moves her head and stuff like that. And normally the way to get this in laser was you would have to take a picture of every image. You'd have to trace it over every time, every frame. And that was just take way too long. And then we started working on this Flash plugin, where you load it in, and it's very slow. So I won't let it go all the way. Let's cancel in between. Come on. Go up. So you can actually like get the output straight to your time laser. It works. It doesn't. That's good. So there you go. Yeah, I want to just change this for a second. Alright, so let's try to add once more. This, there we go. So bring that to there. Just a second. Alright. So now we got a little part ring mesh, I think. There you go. So you can see that there's like all kinds of green spots on their legs, on their eyes, on their nose. And basically that how this works is the flash normally works in pieces, like we have all kinds of pieces to move, rotate around hinges. And what I do is when I draw over the parts that shouldn't be drawn, I cover them up basically, and then tell the software to not draw them. So what I do is for every piece that's unique, I have to like remove this object only once, and every time this object gets used again, they don't have to be removed again. So what this allows me to do is I can make an entire character this way and actually have it be animatable just on the fly, and it will take me about maybe half a day or something like that to make an entire MLP animation. So this is what I'm going to be using in the future. It just wasn't ready yet for actual use. Like I can get it to work on time, so you know, not everything works like the way you want it to. So let me just quickly do this. Look at that. You can see the image, the more I remove from this image, the less the image starts to flicker. Because these systems, they work with coordinates. And the more coordinates you have, the more it starts to like, flicker like this. So the trick always is to basically remove as many points as you like, and keep the frame as simple as you want, to make sure that the image will be really simple. Like if I start removing points here, like things might mess up, but it will start decreasing the flickering, so you can get a completely solid image where you don't even know it's being scanned like this. So yeah, that's a thing. And then if you want to make an entire show, just literally load an entire show here. This is a lot of little shows I have still. Let me see, for example, this. This was an animation, you might have seen at GalaCon if you were there at 2012, I believe. I made an animation on Pinkie Pie. There we go. And this was mostly drawn by hand, and it's hard to show on a small screen, but I'm going to try. Let's see. Does that work? Yeah, so like, for instance, for a year I made something. Oh, sorry, hold on. That was really creepy. Let me just fix it up. Alright, let me just because it's only meant for a full color projector, so it's only reading out the red signal now. So I'm just going to make everything just white, for instance, because then it will be able to draw everything. Resolution. There you go. Don't love those speeds. It's amazing. And you're crashing. Not responding. Great software. You pay $5,000 for it, and you can get with that. All right, there you go. The audio starts playing when. All right, I got it working now. So right now, it actually looks like it's supposed to sort of. The scanners are a bit wobbly. But this is basically how you make a show, and this is basically what it looks like for me. It's a bit unstable there, but it's fine. So how this works is, what we do is, for instance, we're morphing some frames here, and in the laser projection, it all gets kind of smoothed out, so it looks very sharp on the projection, on the screen, but actually when you project it, it's all kind of like rounded out. So what we could do to increase the complexity we can kind of stretch it out like this. What we get is kind of like a smooth out image like here. It doesn't exactly look like great on this one, but when I slow it down, it will probably look a little bit better. It's a little bit better now. But basically, what we want to do is just basically force the image to be simpler and try to show as much as possible, but as little as possible. And I think that's a really big challenge in video lasers. And I've seen a lot of animators trying to get into this, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to make the best laser show you've ever seen, like with lots of graphics and stuff like that." And then they start into this, and they're like, "I can barely do anything. What is this?" You know, and they quit, and they're like disappointed that they can actually draw a lot more than they thought they would be able to. So, you know, so people might be very overestimating what this technology can do, but it's a really tough thing to work with. So, for instance, I can show something else here. I hope it's going to load. I think it's going to load. We're going to try it. We can crash again or something. But we also got some 3D software here. Very sort of like I mentioned, there are all kinds of frameworks here. This is like this program is actually made for the programmers out here in Visual Basic. So that's like the year 1999, 2000, something like that. So it's a really old program actually. Yeah, this is not the loading. Okay. But what we can do is when we actually want to make an entire show, like a game show or something like that, which I'm loading right now, we can move some dots on the screen, and normally we'd have the laser face the audience, and we'd fog up an entire area, and you get to see the actual things that come out of the projector. So if I load the show in here, I can actually you can actually get like an entire game show like this, and just change it so you can get an idea what it looks like. Right there. So a game show would be something like this, and basically the wall is just projecting something, and you get an entire show just by making graphics. So you want to use like this lightly spaced colors and all kinds of other fancy effects, and that's just basically how a show making works. You just want to have something that matches the whole thing with color and sound, and you know, normally right now there's only red, so it's only showing the slightly mixed red parts. But this is basically how we make an entire show. So if you have any questions about how to make a show, or maybe like trying something out, or you don't know anything, like you don't understand or you can't follow, just ask, and I'll try to answer this, because this is a Q&A for the most. Let me see. I've got something more here. Scroll through this. It's a lot of files, and it's really hard to sort them out because there are like so many small files in here that it just makes no sense. Because like you start with music, like it's the same kind of thing. You start with some project and you finish it halfway, and then you suddenly like, I don't want to work on this anymore, and you stop, and it's just laying sitting there all like a year, and then you come back to it and you're like, I don't want this anymore. I just throw it away. And then you have like so many project files, and everybody's like, what are you doing all this time? You've been doing nothing at all. And I'm like, yeah, I've been a lot, but I've not been finishing anything. That's, you know, I'm not sure if people that make music here or something have the same thing. There we go. Yeah, you work on something, you don't finish it. Like I think I have some things here that I think they're like on my PC for about a year, maybe more, and they're still not finished. Let me see this. No, they're like here. I got to show like I think the show that was I had a show from Strom when I'm not sure if you even remember him. I'm not sure, but I made an entire show to one of his tracks, and I just never finished it. So it's staying right here, and it's not even done. So it's just staying here, doing nothing. So might even get back finally, but we'll see. I really have to get motivated to finish something like that. Yeah, so basically if you want to ask anything like how you play live or something like that, that's a whole different section. Just feel free to ask really. Let me see, actually, I might be able to show how to draw something. I don't know if I would have an image ready or something like that. Like, I'll try to make something right now, actually. Go to the top though. The screen is really small for my new, like, I don't really big screen because the software like uses your space so badly. That all the buttons and tabs are so big. Or I think people that just barely see what, like, it's just already oversized that the screen, if you work with a really small screen, it's really messy like here. Like it's just all kinds of screens stacked up together. So it doesn't really look too great. It's interesting that the technology is still really advancing. Like we're getting some really new speeds and stuff that we can make more complex images than this. But right now we have like very rarely any complexity we can work with. So if you want to do backgrounds, you can only do backgrounds. If you want to do characters, you can only do one character and stuff like that. So you have to like stack up multiple projectors to be able to do like multiple backgrounds and characters. And it's a really big mess actually to work with. So it's kind of like it's really hard to show this technology really well because it's a really confusing kind of thing. Because there's like a lot of experimenting involved. Because when you get a manual, the manual is just like literally written like in a text file, and you just gotta figure it out yourself. And so if you want to learn this stuff, you either have to ask other people to finish the show, like to like teach you, or you actually have to like just figure it out on your own, which is a really big problem with a lot of people because people prefer to see some tutorials or something like that. So I might actually put out some tutorials at some point. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm going to try. Let me see. There's something here that's interesting to show now. Let's see. There's something here. I don't remember what it was again. I think I do actually have something to show. I'm just thinking. I got about it. Which one? Moon on the Rock here. Alright, let's see, where's it? Yeah, sometimes, like, when you do this for a long time, and you just get bored of like serious work, you just start making lots of really like bad jokes and stuff like that. And this was one of them. So, on the screen, it's not really look very nice though. It's not meant for on the screen. It's like literally. Just give me a second. I need to know that speed again. There's a lot of things that change every now and then, so hope this works. Yeah, it should be. I love those colors. Yeah, it's annoying to look at one color. It just has to do it like this for now. Let me see. Just change the light. Alright, gotcha. Alright, this doesn't really look well. I can show some stuff like some actual imagery, and I can actually show you how it's actually drawn. And I've seen some people that I've actually sent the actual drawings to, and they've made them their profile pictures because they thought it was a nightmare if you were really bad. So I'll show my drawings right now. And actually show you something. So I got an image here that was an original suit that I drew. It looks horrendous. Look at this. Look at his face. Looks like an and this is the way I would draw it. And if like a client says to me, yeah, I'd like to see the actual preview image to my client, I would say, no, you don't want that. You do not want that. You just want to show the actual projection. Because if you show this to your client, he's not going to be very happy. Because if you're like with kids and you say, hey, I'm going to show this to my kids, and they're like watching this, and they're like, you should probably not show this to your kids because this looks really creepy. But the actual images, they actually look really well. I mean, this is the actual image here. With color, and this is just taken with my iPad, so there's no trickery going on here. This is literally, this is an actual photo. You can actually see the three colors combining as well because they have different widths and thicknesses as well. So when I project it here, it doesn't really look like that right now, but if I open up the same image, if I have it on this PC, which I don't think, it would look horrendous. So that's probably not a good idea. So I'm just going to run through some more files and stuff. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to throw out your numbers on there. Let me see. Infinite muffins is not for one projector. I'm not going to show all of them here because I can't do that. Some jokes are really bad. I think you saw this one. This is the original one that I wrote. That was the one I think I never finished, but then I did finish it, but it was on here. Yeah, like here, for instance, I actually just literally use everything. Yeah, you got the rainbow colors there, but not there. So you can actually see that I draw the images and draw them in random positions as well. And this is the non-finished one. It's perfect. Yeah, I literally record them and I tell them to play it back, and you can actually have works. I'm not sure. You can actually have effects where you can have them slide by. You can have them, let's see, create a new effect. I can actually rotate. I can move everything I drew or any 3D animation I made on the software as I wanted to. So, like right now, I can actually make it. There we go. Make it like rotate or something like. Let's see. Oh my God! It's like she's smashing me in the wall or something. This is pulling out very good to show, I guess. Like, you can go all out with this one. Like, I can make it like scaling up and down really quickly like that, and make it an entire like seizure-inducing mess. So when I want to play it back like 4 times in like a few seconds, which is probably not a good idea, but I'm still gonna do it. And I'll make it like scale up and down real quick. So you can do all the things you like. You can just. Can I make this even worse? What should I do to make it worse? Just like random colors. All right, so I'll change the colors and yeah, it's only like this for one. So like you can make the colors change really quickly as well. Let me see. There you go. Just change all the colors. Yeah, let's just change the colors really quickly. This is pretty scary. So if you want to make like tunnels and effect, you can scale, rotate, you can move it along pivot points, and that's basically how you make animation. Or there's also another way to do animation. Say I have an image from Rainbow Dash with her mouth closed, but I don't want to draw a frame of her mouth entirely closed. What I can do is work. What I can do is I can actually grab this one frame. Copy it to this position, copy there, and actually move these points here. I cannot remove them, but I can move them to a closed position. Alright, this is going to work. Now we'll make this mouth part black. Literally, if you remove one point, it doesn't work anymore. Because it doesn't know what to do, it just starts messing around. You get all kinds of problem mess, which you don't want. I can make it closed. And then when I'm in the software here, I just throw this away. This is really messy a little bit right now. No. Set track. No. It's basically an effect I'm drawing onto that, and I can start and frame 8, 9, 10, towards the end. Now I can actually tell it's more from one frame to another. Let me see. So right now, I'm actually moving back and forth. Barely see it right now, but scale it up a little bit. And you can actually actually make the mouth move a little bit, as you can see. So that's also how we can animate things really quickly, but the thing is nothing else is moving, so it doesn't really look that nice. Like you can make it like lip sync or something like that if you wanted to. So we got a lot of ways like to morph or move points, and that's really all you're doing. You're moving points all over the place, and that's what happens on, sort of happens on the projection. And you can actually, if you want, like right now there's not many colors to choose from, only red, but I can actually color anything that way I want. Let's see, so color your piece, and color whatever you like, and that's basically how it works. So, yeah, you think what else? What I also can show actually. How live shows work, alright. That's a completely different field. Like, this is all Visual Basic. Then you suddenly get, like, the new area where something does not look like someone made in Microsoft Paint anymore. So you got something that actually looks okay, which is this software, which is hopefully not going to crash. I don't think it's going to crash because it wouldn't. It shouldn't. Because I also paid $5,000 for this, so I hope that this doesn't crash. All right, this works. Good. Oh no! Wait, oh. Good. Crash. No, I don't. All right. So what we got here is just an entire section of frames which you can choose from, and basically I can load in my own frames right here, or here, whatever, and I've got like, all these kind of effects that you can basically add to the show. Like if I, for example, tap this view here for a show, and I can actually make like pulse on music like this. It's not playing. You can actually make like pulse or beats or like cycle around or kind of like multiple ones. And this is not how we make a show. This is basically how you work. You put all kinds of MIDI controllers, and you just basically alternate between effects and add some extra stuff to it to make it work well. So, for instance, I can go like draw a line, and then if you have like a song where like the music starts rocking back and forth, you can actually have it rock back and forth and actually bounce as well. You fix that. Get out of the way. All right, it's going 4 beats. Every 4 beats, we don't want that, so just kind of use that. So when you tap that certain speed, it will just keep doing that, and you can add colors and all kinds of fancy stuff to make like a whole entire layer shot. You can like combine multiple projectors. Anyway, so you can just make multiple effects, and you can just blend them in together, and combine them and rotate them, or actually make them go back and forth like this is some kind of turntable. You can basically kind of scratch it. If I'm in like an actual turntable, you can actually scratch back and forth if you want to. Yeah, and then you can rotate 3D-ish on this, and you can change the position, and you can all do that live. So you've got a lot of equipment that you go in and work with, like up MIDI here, because you have to do a lot of stuff at once. So if you try to do this with a mouse like I'm doing now, like constantly like skipping back and forth, and it wouldn't really look that smooth and dynamic. So making a live show can be difficult, but once you got to here, it's pretty much the same all along, and it's just the effects that you can change every now and then. So for live play, it's not really the main thing actually. It's more like a pre-made motion show because you are like in control of what's up. How you can make sure that the laser doesn't hit someone's eyes? Well, this is a setup, so it's going to be very hard to show here. But the thing with hitting lasers, people with lasers in the eyes, this is not really like hitting a pointer directly in someone's eyes because you've got these mirrors here which scan the image really fast. So the amount of times you get the exposure is quite a lot lower than you would normally have. So it's not hitting like a pointer in someone's eyes, you get it in your eyes. But the thing is with these things is that they don't have to be bright at all. If you've got smoke, the beams will start showing really quickly. And this one is not really fast. the other laser pictures I have, they cycle really, really fast. So fast that the amount of power that the actual brightness starts dropping on the laser when you're actually projecting. And normally there's various ways. We can either just make it like that, it goes over people's heads, so you can't even reach it at all. But in the Netherlands, it's actually really common that we actually aim lasers at the crowd. And what we just do is we have like special lenses, we have special, like, I can't actually show that here. We have special software settings as well, where we can drop the power in a certain area. Because this thing, you can also do here, like I can sort of show it, like to open that other program, where I can actually show it. The thing is with these lasers, these ones in particular, is that we can change the intensity of the laser on the fly. So if I want to make this like a dark tone of, I hope this is, if I make this a darker tone of red, just put red here, like make it red, and let me make this a darker tone of red, like really dark. That's too dark. Let me see, like it's the darker shade of red. No, you can't really see this too well in this one. But try and show this. So I'm projecting a square here, and I'm actually going to increase the power in the bottom by 60%. So you can see it's hard to see here, but the power definitely drops in that area. You can see it. The more dark I make it, too dark. The more dark I make it, the less bright it's going to be in the area. You can actually see it. It's a lot less intense there. So what we can do is, when the crowd is, we can make it an intensity of say 20 or 30 or something like that, so that the beams that are hitting the crowd are a lot less intense. So usually we use a combination of the multiple things, the lenses, the scan speed, and this intensity change. And if you do that, you have like a set of calculations you could do, and you can calculate when people blink their eyes, like you got like a reflex where you blink, and at that moment you get the blink and the amount of light that comes in your eyes. If that's under a certain limit, you don't get any damage from the laser at all. And then that's basically how it works. So if you watch a laser show and your eyes start to hurt from lasers, that's usually when the laser is not really doing, the laser is not really doing a good job. But it's like comfortable to watch, and it's a safe laser show, basically. So yeah, it's a really big topic. The safety is a really big thing in this whole thing, but. So there's a lot to it, but there's also a lot of ways to make sure that it's going to be a safe show, actually. So yeah. Let's see what I'm going to do now. All right. So for example, I also got a trick. Like, say if I want to make a circle, I wouldn't draw a circle at all. I would actually draw a square, and I would turn it into a circle. So if I draw a square over here, sorry. So if I make a square here, it looks a little bit rounded out as well. What I can do is, if I remove the corners of the square, you can see what starts to happen is that effect that I had, like, for example, when on the rocket working on the screen, what starts happening is it starts cornering out. You can see that the corners, like if I like force it to some direction, what you can see is it starts like chilling out like this. You see? So what I can do is, if I draw an image like it's supposed to be first, and after that start moving all these corners out, you can actually basically make it do a bit more than it's actually supposed to. So like right now, I'm actually making some weird blob or something like that. But you could basically form an entire image. I might actually have an image that I didn't optimize, or maybe I did, but like sometimes I make like save in between. So I can just go back to that save and actually finish that save. Let me see. I think I got one here. It's rarer than the mustache, I guess. Very stash. So I'll make it red now, because it's the end color I got the booklet. You can see I already started like optimizing here. You can see the weird corner there. But I can do a way better job of this. So for instance, you see this whole tummy here, that you don't need that because like earlier get rid of it. You can see that it's something that went all there. But if I want to get that same thing back, what I can just do is, if I move that one corner there, you can actually with one point I can actually make the entire belly still work. So I can start removing all these weird corners and all that kind of stuff. And actually start stretching out the entire image. And the more you keep doing that, the less that starts to flicker until you get something like, you just speed it up now. You get something like a more solid image eventually. As well. Like if I would take my time and actually optimize this whole thing, it would look like completely flicker-free, and it would just actually be an actual solid image rather than this flicker fest, which is like the most thing we don't like to see in lasers because it's not nice to watch. You know, maybe people that have epilepsy or something, I don't know, but it would just not be comfortable to watch at all. So yeah. So I tried to look this 3D software, but I don't even think it's downloaded. I don't think. Oh, it is. It's working. It's actually working. It's amazing. It's working. It's not working. This is amazing. So yeah, I need to. There's another problem with this stuff. For some reason, like you need to own like this special box to use this kind of stuff. Or for some reason they think it's a good idea to look at your own programs while you got like 8 or something like that. Because we totally can't multitask or something like that. Alright, oh. There it went. Oh, and there it went away again. And it, wow. Wow. This is going amazing in the software so far. I'm just going to wait a few seconds and give it a few moments. Needs to think what towards that. No, it didn't crash. It's just thinking what it needs to do. I'm just going to give it a few seconds. Yeah, oh, there we go. There we go. So this is a more newer part of the whole package. Like we got a special program here. It works. Where you can actually draw in 3D. Yes. And now we actually make things. You actually make things in 3D, and there we go. It actually works. Wow. And, you can actually make things in 3D in real time, so you can actually make like it's like the Gmod points. You can actually import these. You can actually get that all to work in 3D. So that's actually really nice. But even this can crash. So you need to save a lot. It's kind of like Flash, it crashes a whole lot. So, and there's no glue, so we want to glue here. But yeah, that's basically, for the most, or the majority, it's actually most of the software I get to work with, which is, it looks really basic, or it is really basic, but if you take your time for this stuff, it can show a whole lot. So, you see. Actually, I'll do some effects on these like objects here. So for instance, what I can do is I can have some lines running over this image or something like that. You can just see like the exact way you render it out, it actually looks like that. So if you want to move this is an object or something. This, that. Or something like that. Like you can create a small animation this way. Let's see. I guess runs it out really quickly. And then the thing with this whole stuff is that whenever you do something in one program, it does in the other one as well. So you can see all these images are now in the other program. It looks really messy because it is really messy. So let's put something back here. See that it works sort of. So something else here. This some flash bugs here. We're more wrapping out. You don't want that. You don't want to Let me see. I can show you. Yeah, some projects also just really weird and they don't have anything. So I got your moves like 30 or something. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna load it. See what happens. So let me just turn on my volume. Yes, see what happens. It's really bad. So yeah, it's just that when you do this for a long time, you start making the weirdest things. Sometimes I even don't know where I get it from. Like, it's just really weird. And they're slightly scary. I wouldn't want to come from this dirty at all. To make up for like some issues I had before, what I'm gonna do is when you guys get back home, or just, when you message me on Facebook, just send me all your requests, and I'll try to do as many of them as possible in one show. So I'm just like gonna grab like a whole collection of ideas from people at the convention and just try to make it like it all in one show and just see what happens. And you get something really weird there. I might try that and like muffins. I don't even know what this is. Again, I'll wait for it. Alright, this is something really, I'm going to try and make this work. Because this is all really messy stuff. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I can barely see it. It's trying to like, we want this. I want to see this. I want to see this all. I'm going to try and make this work. I'm going to try it. It's going to crash. It's going to crash. Alright, I think I got this. Right, just one more. Alright, let's put it back. Let's see what happens. It doesn't work. That's good. Let me try and shape it once more. Let me see. Oh, I know. I messed it up again. I did it again. Alright, so now it'll work. I think it sort of worked. Close. Very close. It didn't work, no. No, I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. I don't know what this is. You see what I do in my free time? Sometimes like I get a message from like a client, he's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, nothing. I'm just drawing. And he's like, "Oh, can I see it?" I was like, "Not today. Tomorrow." No, not tomorrow. So I like when I get bored, I make the weirdest things. I make lots of things also to experiment, to try something out because, like I said, there's no manual in this, so we just have to try something. What can I show that's interesting? Got some trace stuff. Yeah, I could show this. I guess I could. I'm not sure if this works. It's probably gonna take 2 years. Yeah, this is another problem. Loading screens. Why does it have to load? Well, the problem is they thought it was smart when the computers run up very fast to load everything in this box here over the network. And sadly enough, nowadays we live in 2014 and we don't need these things anymore, but they still have it. So you have to load everything in one show. Let me see. This is a trace show right here. So the computer automatically just traces the show over, and we get the entire show. You can actually just like watch and enjoy it. And there's actually a funny thing about this. There's actually games for laser protector. You can actually play games on it as well. But in fact, you can even play actual games on it. You can actually have this act as a screen, and sometimes I play it's really difficult, but I played GalaCon 3. With this, using this as a screen, but the problem is this thing is so slow. These things are so slow that you only have a resolution of 40 by 40 pixels, and they're like, why is your aim so bad? I'm like, well, I'm working with 40 pixels screen, so maybe that's why, I'm not sure. So I usually try to hit them, but so far my score was, I think I had 10 deaths and 0 kills. That's pretty good, I guess. It works. So the interesting thing is that doesn't work good for games. But actually, I got some games here. I can show one of them. I can show all of them because I got a lot of games. Because I like games. You got asteroids. Oh, good. Oh, good. It's going well so far because there's loading the videos. What's this? This doesn't really work so well, but it's a horn shooting parasites, I guess. I kind of ruined this program, I think. But normally it's supposed to be asteroids, and I made a version that was destroy the parasites, but it turned out not to be working so well, so this program's not really working. Let me see if there's something else I can show. This thing here. If there's something. Let me see. I might try this. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but you might as well. So this is a real-time video tracer. So I got this bad camera over here, and I'm actually gonna try and use it to trace over stuff in real time. Let's try it. It's probably not gonna work, but that's always the gamble here. Oh my God! Look at this. I don't think this is going to work very well, because the screen is like completely down there. But I'm just going to try it anyway. Let me see. It's trying to trace over something, but I'm not sure what it's exactly trying to do. I'm just like trying to make this work. Come on. Wow. Amazing. Alright, I'm going to try and make it work this time. No. It's not working. Wait, it's doing something, but I'm not sure what it's trying to do at all. Like, it's trying to trace over this camera, but like only the bottom portion of it, and this doesn't work. Yeah, the video seems to be off, like all the way down there. I don't know why. Blame it on something. I'll blame it on something. It wasn't my fault. Anyway, so let me see, what can I show? Like, what do you guys like to see? I don't even know. What do you think? All right, hold on. I got this. I think I got this. So I'm going to do another show here. It works. It works. Well, it does not work. Oh my God. So just. Some things like I decided to show it once, and in the end was like, nah, no, I'm just gonna scrap it. So I might have some stuff in there that I actually didn't show at all. That's what I'm looking for right now. More things. Tombstone something. Show. I'm just looking through my shows here. This is actually a folder as well, so it makes it even harder to look because it's before I started sorting out my files. So it's going to be very tough to find anything. I might actually show this show. I'm actually going to do that. Hopefully this works. It crashed again. It did. Nope. It did something. Alright, so this is actually the show that I made quite a long time ago. It's the Little Day Show. We're actually, this is the actual project called the original one. You can see it's quite a mess. Again, pretty big file. So I'm not sure I want to play it back in this character because it's like 3 only. So yeah, I'm gonna try and make this work. go again, likely. Yep, there you go. That again. But yeah, this stuff is really slow, so when you try to do something like this really quick, it starts speeding up, and it's like one sheet away or something. So it's doing something, but it's just frozen. I'm just gonna play that, see what happens. Right. Wow. It's definitely not wanting to play this. Give me a second. Because it's frozen. Yeah, it's still waiting to do something. Wow, look at this. It's literally frozen. So give it a second. No, I'll have to close it out like actually all completely. Oh, there we go. That worked. I think. Acting really weird. Alright, there you go. So this is like the little day show I had a long time back. So, yeah, as you can see, it's a lot of 3D animation here, and a lot of 2D animation as well. See, it's really messy, some of these things, because of that trick, and I don't know why this is black. And this was all like just images, stills that I started moving. Like I drew the head separately. Let's pause this. I did head and the eyes separately, and the eyes just started like morphing from the eyes closed to open to make that all work. Because I was running out of time, and this was the only way I could like finish it on time. So yeah, and this is all 3D again. So I'm constantly changing between 3D and 2D, or mixing them together to make like an entire show. Sort of working on the projection, but still looks a little bit off-ish, as you can see. But yeah, this is basically how an entire show is made, and then usually like we go for mostly 3D animation because it's just a little bit easier. But I feel like when you show something in 3D and stuff, it looks a little bit creepy sometimes. So this took me to make. Like actual time working on it, I think like half a month or something like that. I mean, like maybe something like half, just like more than half a month. Because it's also figuring out what I want to do with something that's pretty limited. Like you can't do everything like real raw things. You can't do like multiple characters talking together. You don't have that to work with, so you just have to do it what you got. So that's all. So this was this walking part was actually made by one of Tombstone's friends, which is he's called Tiger APT. And I saw he made a walking animation of Tombstone's OC in the Google Days song, and I asked him if I could have the actual original animation file of that. And then I started recreating that file on the computer, and that's when I eventually started blending in with the 3D background, which is I think it's like. You can actually move it as well, but it's just a separate layer. So now we just you actually just get to see the background. So there's no Tombstone now. Oh no. See it back. So it's all just like layering or several stuff like 3D to the animation to make an entire composition here. So I can actually try something here and find it. Where's the Tombstone walking animation? Let's see, it's somewhere. I'm gonna make him walk wherever I wanted to. So it's at 400 or something. So there we go. That's a virus. It's gonna go to 400. Try to. There we go. Silly. And I'm gonna try to get this to work again. Hopefully, we can get it to work. Trying to stick with that frame 400. There we go. Just gonna remove everything here, all of this. Get it a little bit. There you go. Just gonna remove the music because you don't need it. So, like for instance, if you break that as well. So, for instance, one on that tombstone walk to a certain area or something. Just place that. Now we got that. Now we got the walk animation really slow. Goes we need to move it a few times. And shorten a little bit because it's now 1 minute. Still too slow. No, it's too bad. I don't even think right now. Like this. For some reason the loop is not really nice. I don't know why. Or let me try and fix this. Change story. This might work. This doesn't work. Almost got it. But actually, I might have him walk backwards instead anyway, so let's just make him walk backwards, like the moonwalk. Let's make him do that. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this to about 25 times. And then I'm going to double click this. And this is basically how this works, is you can set where you exactly want to have an effect happen. So I can shrink it down at the start, because it's a little bit too big for the screen right now. Shrink it down a little bit, there we go. It's really small. Right. So now I got this, and I'll offset its location outside the screen to your right, because it's going to go backwards, I guess. This, and start a new effect. Everybody actually want to have them walk backwards or something. No. There we go. Just a second. Minus 20. It's 20. And we'll have it there. There we go. So now you'll be walking backwards. I see if it works. If it works. That's really slow. I'll just speed it up a little bit. So now it should be like, it's still too long, 25 seconds. How slow can you walk? 25 seconds. So now it should sort of work. But really slow. It's taking this time for the backwards finish line. So you can, let me see, we can do like, there's actually other interesting stuff you can do, like, you can have it like being drawn in as well. So for instance, I just make a little piece of text. C. Oh, no. I actually want to type something here. Alright, so that's too big. That's way too big. Alright. So it works. Okay. I have this, and then let's go to the other software again. 417-ish here. Okay. And then when I have it like be drawn in or something like that. What we do is basically just draw it out, draw it there, and then we draw it back in or something. You see, so right now we should be drawing the text in actually, and then we can have it be let's see, just like zoom it in or something like that. It's like you just skill. If you want to zoom, just skill, because there's no such thing as zooming. It doesn't exist. There's no zooming. It's all in your imagination. Let me see. So I'm just gonna scale it up to 100 here, and I'm just filling it out here and see what I can get to work. Alright, so with that, we'll add a fade as well, because fade's nice, I guess. Add some brightness change to this, because we can. So now we'll actually start probably very boring. This is what you do all day, and you're like trying to make the effects work properly as they should, and hope that the software doesn't crash. So right now, actually, this looks weird, but it works. Well, that close. That wasn't what I wanted to do. So I'll just go back and just remove this. All right, and then, like normally when I'm doing a project, I leave them like this, and then I save them. And sometimes I get these silly names and send them to my clients, like they're these best course or something like that. And they never notice, but only once if I notice, and he asked me what is a derby, and I said that's a horse. It's a horse. He's like, all right, that's cool. And I didn't send an email back, so I guess it's all right now. So, this is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I'm just gonna remove the fade. I mean the draw effect because this doesn't work here. Alright, so now I would actually just fade like it should. It's not a sexual text, it's just roll. So now it actually storage works. Storage. It works. Alright, it didn't crash, so that's good. So what else do I have to show? Let's see. Well, let's see. We can actually overlay things as masks as well. Like it's really, it doesn't really work too well. It sort of works. You can actually put like a star behind the text, and actually make that work. So I'm gonna like make a reset effect or something like that, and it's smaller or something like this. And scale it down. After that, I'll put in an animation or something like that. Yeah. Let's see. So I think that this, and then I'll do this inside or something. And now it's actually playing the entire frame. Let's see. You can actually overlay stuff as well, and it does work, and it doesn't crash. So that's good. How much time do I have left for this panel? I was just wondering right now. I've been talking for like a long time now. An hour. Alright. That's interesting. I've been talking for an hour. I thought I had 30 minutes. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Guys, like, should I not end this panel? And I've been talking for an hour. Oh my god. Do you guys want to ask like an urgent question? You have a very important question, just ask it right now. Because I feel like I've been talking more than I've been letting you guys ask questions, so. Who's the best pony? Vinyl scratch, always. I think so. Who's Minty? Oh, the toothbrush horse. I should visit more frequently because my dentist is not very happy with me, so I know we should have back to the Minty horse and get my teeth checked. Yeah. So I think we should end the panel or something because I don't know, I've been talking for an hour. I want to stall the convention. Is that okay? Alright, well, thank you guys for attending my panel, and